Hi, everybody. I'm Donna Norris, Soul Level Intuitive.
Hi, and I'm Bree Swanson from Small Medium at Large.
Yep. And today we're back with another episode of Crystal Videos. And this one today is going to be all about grounding and protection stones. So you just can't have enough of that, especially this time of year. So we thought we'd bring that up for you and kind of go through different ones that we're going to talk about today affect different chakras. So you can kind of pick and choose what's going to be most effective for you in whatever circumstance you're coming up against. Not just at the holidays, of course, but all year round. So I think what did we say we were going to start with?
Smoky quartz.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
forgot. Go right
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. I mean, smoky quartz is great for diffusing negativity. It is great because not only does it connect with some of those lower chakras, it connects with some of the higher ones.
hmm
Highly, highly, highly protective. Okay. But it gives you that sense of calm and feeling like things are going to turn around, things are going to be better. But it also has that protective layer around it. And as you see, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's see-through. Some of them are darker than this. Some of them are lighter, almost white, but and almost all of them are like clear quartz. You know, they've got rutilations in them. They show movement. That's part of the story of the crystal.
Yeah.
So, but it's a good transmuter. It will take and deflect negative energy. If you put one next to your bed during dream time, it will deflect the negative energy and send it away from you. So, it's also good for just absorbing. You can put this next to your computer to help kind of absorb any negativity that you may encounter during your workday, and it deflects. I like to tell people you can put this in your windowsill along with some clear quartz and some rose quartz, and you can, whatever negative energy that might be coming toward your home from outside the home, it bounces it back to them, but putting the rose quartz in there bounces it back with love. And of course, the clear quartz just amplifies. But this is a really good, started to say nonviolent, but it's just a quietly assertive transmuter of negative energy, right? And it's also from a physical perspective, it's good to counter the effects of radiation exposure, including sunburn. So if you're doing chemo or if you've had a lot of x-rays and stuff like that, you might want to have this nearby to help your body recalibrate a lot faster and recover from radiation exposure.
hmm And if
Yeah.
you're getting started with some of these grounding, more protection crystals, these, at least some of the ones that we're talking about first, are some great ones to go ahead, get started with. And always go into yourself and always ask your guides and really just make sure that, you know, is it for you? Like, do you feel like you need to work on this now? Or if the energy is too heavy, maybe you just press pause and go try something else.
Yeah, some of these stones do have a little bit heavier vibration to them, but this is the smoky quartz is not one of those.
It,
It's
it,
really pretty high vibrational stone. For a grounding crystal, it's a really good crystal to have. So next, why don't we talk a little bit about tiger's eye? Tiger eye, it also comes in other colors, but this is the predominant color. Look at that gorgeous obelisk that she's got there. That's really pretty. This one is heart shaped. You know, the shape of the stone can also have a lot to do with the intention that you set for it and the way it works for you too. So a lot of these stones come in different shapes, but this one helps to protect and restore equilibrium. Oh, what a gorgeous pendant.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's good for balance and bringing your body, mind, and spirit back into equilibrium, back into alignment.
Mhm.
It's also good for your metabolism. It helps aid in bringing your metabolism back up to speed if it's been a little bit sluggish. So,
Mhm. But it's a great uplifter too. As long as being highly protective, it's also a very great stone for your inner strength because it is associated with, some of those lower chakras, um,
yep,
the solar plexus and the sacral chakra. And
right.
it works in such a way that kind of keeps your confidence up. It gets you moving and grooving without being forceful. want to say that word, forceful in a way.
Yeah.
It's kind of a gentle encourager, and it's really good for improving your relationships with others as well.
It's also good for your hormones. Like I said, if you're in the menopausal phase of your life, it's really good for balancing your hormones too. Good for that. So, oh, whoa, this takes us right into another one that's good for promoting balance, balancing the yin and the yang. That would be hematite. It
Mm,
looks like quicksilver. You know, it's kind of a gunmetal gray color. And here I have it in a necklace as well. But this is what the most common way. Oh, look at the gorgeous
so this is a little
protection bracelet.
triple protection. It's got the tiger's eye, it's got hematite, and it's got the gold sheen obsidian on it.
Awesome. And if you guys want to buy any of these bracelets that she keeps showing us
Yeah.
all the time, I know I'm
Yeah.
inspired. You can email her through the email address that's in the description of the video, and you can reach out to her to see about buying some of this stuff. So they're
Yeah.
gorgeous. Yeah, but it's also good for, like I said, balancing the yin and the yang, the male and the female, because we all have a little bit of both inside us. And it's good for like self-recrimination and letting go of any of that second guessing of yourself, any negative self-talk. It's really good for releasing that and helping you stand in your power, nice and
Mhm.
centered.
Yes. And it does a really good job grounding and being so beautiful in a way where it doesn't feel overpowering. It's like
Yeah.
just enough for you to feel stable and ready to go. It's also a good stone to use while you have your period. So it helps with the blood in your body, and it helps get things moving and grooving in that area as well.
Yep. It takes care of you and protects you there too.
Yeah.
So which brings us to another protection stone that's really good, and the hematite is also obviously good for the root chakra. This particular one is good for the throat chakra though, and it is turquoise.
Mhm.
Turquoise is one of the oldest stones that anybody can record being used for jewelry, being used for decorative, being also used by shamans for healing properties. This one goes back to 5000 BC. They're talking about mining turquoise and putting it in, you know, the accoutrements and the different things that the rulers wear. It's so protective that back when everybody fought on horseback, they even had turquoise. There's another one that kind of shows more of the veining. But they would put it on the bridles and on the tack for the horses. You still see that a lot. You know, if you go to the rodeos and stuff, some of the horses will have turquoise on their bridle and on their tack. It's really
Mhm.
good. But it's kind of protects from the evil eye, so they said in the old days. But it's also good for communication and empowerment. And if you're being asked to give advice or something to give measured, wise counsel, it's a really good wisdom stone.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you need
It's
to
great.
anchor your throat and anchor your communications. It's really good protection for that.
Yeah. It's a great confidence stone, and it's very dreamy. Um, Especially, you know, when you go off into dreamland, I feel like it's highly communicative with, like, you know, your sleep brain versus all the messages that are getting put in there. Um, and it's just magical to work with, especially when you need that source of protection. You feel it. It does it in a beautifully soothing way.
It sure does. Keeps you from feeling on guard. I guess you can still be relaxed and feel protected at the same time. Yeah. So here's another one that can also help you feel relaxed and protected at the same time, and that is Sugilite. I think we've spoken about this before in another video. It's a purple stone. Can't really see. That's kind of a light purple. This tumbled stone is a really deep, rich purple, But this is Archangel Michael's stone. Archangel Michael is, of course, the Archangel of protection. And what this stone will do is like wrap you in a bubble of light, turns you into almost a beacon of light, as it just holds you in this protective environment. It's just really, really good for that.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. And it's also great for if you're like me and you have a little bit of ADHD. It's also great for that too, and great for soothing any type of, I guess, I almost want to say like neurologic issues as well.
Uh-huh.
That's just what I've read and saw about it. It also it connects the heart up to the crown so incredibly well that it gives that connection like an extra boost.
Yeah.
So
And the third eye too. It just kind of goes
you,
right up that little freeway there.
you really feel it. Yeah. It's if
Yeah.
you can get your hands on it, it's definitely worth it for sure.
It is. It's a good investment. And if you're an empath, if you're somebody who has a tendency, when you let your guard down to take on other people's stuff, especially during this time of year, this is a really good protective stone to kind of like hold you in that bubble and keep you from taking on things that are not yours to take on. Right. And from a physical perspective, it's really good to sleep with because it's great for insomnia. If you struggle with insomnia, especially during the holidays, it's a really good stone to protect you from insomnia.
Yeah.
So you want to talk about the tourmalines? I know
Yeah.
we talked
We
about
love it.
watermelon tourmaline in the prior video about joy, so we'll probably we're going to talk about some of the other ones.
Yeah, we love a good shield, and tourmaline does that beautifully. I've got a little piece of pink tourmaline that I started working with before I started working with the black tourmaline. So what happened with me was I was very pulled to, my gut and my guides. Oh, that's pretty too. Uh,
Yeah, sports. There you go. Yeah, it's got a lot of veining and stuff in there. Anyway,
yeah,
go
but
ahead.
it at least when I started working with it and when I felt pulled to start working with it, I I was I was told, okay, let's start with some of the lighter tourmalines before we start working with something as intense as black tourmaline. So that's what I did. And I mean, the colors are, very associated with each chakra. So obviously the green tourmaline, there's some more of that heart healing. And, with the pink tourmaline, there's more, well, also heart healing as well. But
Yeah,
also there's a sense of, I mean, kind of root chakra because it is pink, but it's just so much. It's a lighter feel. It's a lighter experience before going
yeah,
into black tourmaline. But black tourmaline is great for shielding. Um, Even black tourmaline and quartz is incredibly beautiful to work with as well, because not only does it give that really powerful shield, it also go ahead and amplifies and clears things out. And puts the best it puts the best foot forward for you on your journey as you're navigating through things. But I mean, I highly recommend tourmalines. Ooh, is that a black
this
tourmaline?
is a black tourmaline
Ooh, pretty
point. Yeah,
nice. Yeah, you can tell because it has the little glitters in there too.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's been smoothed down to a point. It's actually kind of veiny. It almost looks like a tree trunk, the way if you see it in the rough, and it's sort of like a round tubular stone. I can't find the one I had. I know I have one somewhere, but it's probably in the ones that are in storage. But yeah, so you can see what it looks like in the raw. This is an amazing stone too for the black for transmuting all the negative ions and the energy that comes out of your electronics. You can put it next to your stereo, next to your sound system, your TVs, definitely your computer. Definitely want to use this because it just transmutes it and sends it to ground. So it's a good root system chakra stone. But back to the pink, I wanted to talk a little bit about, this one and its connection to the heart chakra through its color, but it's more of like, while I tend to think of green with heart chakra for physical healing, but this
Mhm.
is more like emotional healing. With this helps to protect your heart while you're processing maybe past abuse, childhood trauma, any other kind of PTSD and trauma. This is a really good protective stone for guarding your heart while you're working through some of that raw stuff.
Yeah.
It's really good for that. And it helps to diffuse anxiety and worry, things of that
Mhm.
too. It's a good stress reliever stone. So. I love the tourmalines.
They're fun.
Yeah, they're good. They're easy to find. They're really great to work with. They have lots of cool properties, even more than what we're bringing up now. We'll get back around to them probably in a future video from other aspects of how they can help you. But for right now, those are the tourmalines we really wanted to make you aware of today. And then we'll go into the obsidians. This is a
Okay.
family of stones that is super. It really can be a strong stone though too. So you again, like Bree was saying, measure it, hold it, ask your guides if you're ready for it, because they are great stones and different kinds of obsidians do different things, right, Bree?
Yes. So the black obsidian is great for like supreme the supreme what does it do? It pretty much takes what you're dealing with, takes it, absorbs it, and just kind of like gets it out so you don't have to deal with it type of thing.
Yeah.
Um and it's the black is incredibly protective, like I said. And it just does a beautiful job at that, especially if you're dealing with some low stuff. It's a great thing to use. Again, yeah, ask your guides and stuff. But the gold is really good for the solar plexus. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
this is a
gold.
golden. If you can see up close, that's not really a reflection as much as that stuff at the top of the stone is gold flecks. I wish
Mhm.
there were a way to show it to you better. If it's one of those, if you look at it, it's almost like a hologram. You can see the gold flecks all floating around in the top of the stone, and it actually goes throughout the stone, but it's a lot more visible
Yeah,
in person. Yeah, you can see a little bit there.
yeah,
But
black one.
yeah, the gold helps magnify manifesting for the highest good. It's
Hmm.
more in the solar plexus region, whereas the regular obsidian is for the root.
Hmm. Yeah.
And it's a really good psychic stone too. It's like Bree was saying, it's like a psychic vacuum cleaner. It just sucks all that negative stuff away and out so you can let it go once and for all and not be carrying that baggage around anymore. Clears
Hmm.
up helps patch your auric field too if you want to sleep with it or meditate with it. It's really good for that.
Hmm. Yeah. And
Yeah.
the silver operates on a much high the silver sheen obsidian works on a much higher vibration. So it also gives it a lighter feel. Oh, hi, doggy. It gives it a much lighter feel. And it's beautiful in that respect as well, because sometimes you just want something light. You
Yeah.
don't need an as heavy, but if you do, then obviously there's black obsidian. So
Yeah, you can pull out the big guns.
yeah.
So well, we hope that helps to give you some options for grounding and protection crystals. I think you'll enjoy using them and feel free to call us, not call us, well, you can call us, but you can comment and let us know what you think about these. If you have any experiences with using them, we'd love to hear about that. If you have any suggestions for future videos or stones that you'd like to hear more about, let us know about that too. And if you enjoy what you see, hit like, hit subscribe, then you'll get notified of every other video that comes out from us. So thank you very much for watching. And until we see you next time, I'll just say bye for now.
All right. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.